But when I say that you are the least qualified FBI director in the history of the FBI, that is real, because you are the only one that never even served with the FBI prior to joining, yet we are supposed to believe that
That's
you are
false.
the greatest thing since sliced bread. I didn't ask you a question. Now, what I want to go through is to talk about why you are a failure and why, honestly, we just need to tell you bye-bye. I know that you got a little upset and you put on your show for your boss because it seems like you're trying to save your job when it came to talking to Senator Booker yesterday. But let's go through some of your failures.
What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today, guys, we're back into a new video, guys. Today, we're going to be checking out Jasmine Crockett trying to roast Kash Patel. But the ending, guys, will shock you all. The end was different. She calls Kash Patel a lot of names, but Kash Patel really hold it really strong at the end. Let's get right to today's video, guys.
Man, oh man, there has been so much today, and I truly don't know where to start. So I'm just going to make sure that we start off with a few facts. So a couple of facts that we need to make clear for everyone is that, number one, Director Christopher Wray, when he was appointed to be the head of the FBI, was appointed by Donald Trump. Now, I will agree that I definitely take issue with a number of decisions that Donald Trump makes, especially when it comes to the people that he decides to appoint to very important positions, including this one, because I did have to make sure that I wasn't going crazy. But when I say that you are the least qualified FBI director in the history of the FBI, that is real, because you are the only one that never even served with the FBI prior to joining, yet we are supposed to believe that
That's
you are
false.
the greatest thing since sliced bread. I didn't ask you a question. Now, what I want to go through is to talk about why you are a failure and why, honestly, we just need to tell you bye-bye. I know that you got a little upset and you put on your show for your boss because it seems like you're trying to save your job when it came to talking to Senator Booker yesterday. But let's go through some of your failures. So before you were even confirmed, and I think one of my colleague from Georgia, pointed out that you are already targeting career officials so that you could direct illegal firings. Mind you, these cases that you were so upset about, which are the ones tied to Trump, the cases came through his handpicked FBI director. And frankly, when people sit around and say things like, oh, you know, we're happy because now we feel safe. I don't know who feels safe in this country except for the white supremacists, because I specifically as a black woman definitely don't feel safe. And frankly, my colleagues have been real nice to you today, and I applaud them, but I don't have the same demeanor because I know that multiple colleagues on this side of the aisle have faced death threats. In fact, somebody tried to kill one of my colleagues. And frankly, I don't know if this FBI or under your leadership, if those people would have been caught. I don't have any confidence in you. And if we start talking about the reasons that I lack confidence, we could start with you not just wanting to acknowledge some simple facts. Simple facts like the vast majority of the threats are coming from right-wing extremism. And I know my colleagues have tried to stress this, but I decided that I would maybe do it in a different way. Number one, I have a couple of UCs. Kim Buck, one of multiple Republicans receiving death threats for voting against Jim Jordan as House Speaker.
Without objection.
Another one, Republican lawmaker says she received death threats after voting against Jim Jordan in Speaker's race.
Without objection.
In addition, there was another one from another colleague who now is leaving Congress because they said that they were calling his wife anonymously and threatening her life to the extent that she ended up sleeping with a firearm.
Without objection.
Okay, so here's the deal. How are we supposed to have confidence when you're sitting up here telling the Senate yesterday that it will take you 14 years before you can get the FBI fully staffed to do their jobs. You're also now redirecting resources so that they can go and play ICE agents on the streets. You're getting rid of your most qualified people. And even when it came down to somebody that you consider to be a friend, you were posted up having some fancy dinner to the extent that you posted not only once erroneously, you posted twice erroneously as it relates to catching somebody. And then you want to go and say, let me take a victory lap. Because honestly, if it wasn't for parents deciding that they were going to turn in their child, it seems like y'all wouldn't have got there. Even though he literally confessed online. So I'm confused about what it is that the FBI is doing, except for trying to put on a show for the apprentice, or whatever you want to call him. The day after all of this took place, there was domestic terrorism that was taking place at HBCUs. They were targeted. Yet I didn't hear anything from the FBI about what was going on. And again, black people kept saying, how did we end up in this? Because the numbers are so very clear that white supremacy is a problem. And honestly, I've not heard anything out of you today that makes me believe that you're going to do anything about the white supremacy problem. The one that is leading to children being killed, children being shot, as well as members of their community as they're worshiping in their churches.
The time of the gentlelady has expired. If the gentleman would like to respond to any of that. Well, I mean, I'll respond. Kash Patel, as I said when I introduced him, public defender, former prosecutor, top staffer on the House Intelligence Committee, Deputy Director of National Intelligence with the National Security Council, Chief of Staff at the Department of Defense, and FBI Director. I think that's pretty good resume for the guy who's now running the top law enforcement agency in our country. And we've seen all the stats that he's given to the committee on how much better they're doing at getting the bad guys than the previous guy was doing. With that, I recognize the gentleman from South Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Patel, I think you're witnessing some auditions, clickbait auditions for the Academy Award for my Democratic colleagues. We'll see how they fare as they're on MSNBC later on today. But do you care, before I launch into my line of questioning, to respond to Ms. Crockett from Texas on that very elaborate and theatric display?
Here's what I've learned in my government service. I don't give a damn what they say about me as long as I'm succeeding in the mission. We're succeeding in the mission because the men and women of the FBI have never been empowered to do more work and to hit the streets harder than by President Trump's authorities and resources he's given us. Yeah. And so all I care about is that we are capturing more child predators than ever before, taking more drugs off the streets than ever before, that we are capturing murderers at a significantly historic rate, and we're delivering this country the lowest murder rate in recorded history. That are facts that you cannot dispute. But you can come at me all you want. I don't care.
Thank you, Director, for that, and we appreciate your service. We appreciate the results speak for themselves, I think, pretty plainly, and your commitment not only to results, but to transparency, so we do appreciate that.
It's obvious. It's obvious. Jasmine Crockett, when Democrat was in power, she was not sounding like this to the other guy. When the Democrat was in power, she was not furious. She was not saying anything like white supremacy bullshit crap. She's always playing the victim game. Whenever you hear Jasmine Crockett speak, she's always saying about the victim game. She's angry that ICE agents, I guess Atifas, that are deporting illegal aliens. She's pissed at that. She's part of the people who are giving taxpayers' money to illegal aliens, funding their medical bills, feeding them, putting them in luxurious hotels. She's part of the group. She wants taxpayer money to be given to illegal aliens. She's angry that Kash Patel, the ICE agent, is fighting against illegal aliens. They're arresting illegal aliens. They're arresting illegal aliens. They're deporting them. She's angry. How in the world does white supremacy come out in her full statement? How? She's always playing the victim game every time, bringing race in every discussion. Jasmine Crockett, that is the only route she has bring in race. Every discussion you have with Jasmine Crooked, she must always mention race. She must always mention white supremacy. She must always mention she's a black woman. We can see your color. We can see your skin tone. We know you're a black woman. You don't have to keep on saying it. She's always bringing that victim aspect in all her discussion. I wonder how she's in Congress. I wonder who voted for this woman to be part of Congress. It's an embarrassment for me. Jasmine Crooked is doing bullshit. For her, she feel like she grilled Kash Patel just now. She did bullshit. She did nothing. The truth of the matter is that the facts speak for himself. More criminals, more illegal aliens have been deported more than Joe Biden era. Drugs have reduced drastically in America during Kash Patel's administration. A lot of pedophiles, a lot of people who are pedophiles have been arrested during Kash Patel's era. During Kash Patel's administration. Like, the facts speak for himself. Kash Patel don't have to be saying things out. You can see America is getting better than it was during the previous administration. You can see it from the stats. So she trying to roast Kash Patel makes no sense. Like, she didn't even roast him. She's angry and blaming around white supremacy. Her full discussion right here, her full statement was white supremacy, and calling Kash Patel a failure. Do you know who a failure is? He's not a failure. He's doing an incredible job. She's trying to call him useless, because when you say someone is a failure, it means the person is actually a useless person. But he's not. He's an incredible man. He's someone who knows what he's doing. He's someone who knows what he's all about. And he tends to get his work fast. And he's very transparent. Unlike the previous administration. He's very transparent. Even with the Epstein file, he's very transparent. He's always trying to be very transparent in his work. So that woman is scrapping bullshit. Jasmine Crooked is scrapping bullshit. She's saying nonsense. I love what Mr. Fry said by commending him, because he needed that respect. Because he's doing an incredible job. Whether people accept it or not, he's doing an incredible job. Facts don't lie. Comment down below what you think about this video. Give also a thumbs up. Share this video as many as you can. Subscribe to our channel, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.